Welcome to the ProMotion studio. Today we're hanging out with the guys from LoveShyne. What's going on, boys?
How's it going, man?
Doing well. Glad to have you guys back in here. Been busy writing a lot of new music and playing a lot of shows. Tell me what you guys are working on for 2025.
Well, we're gonna finish this damn album.
It's been a long time coming.
Yeah, we're getting it workshopped right now. Getting all the final touches on it.
Sounds really nice how it is right now.
We're hoping to get it out into this year.
Oh yeah, and all 4 songs that you played on the live session today going to be on the album?
Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
Hell yeah.
Absolutely.
And you guys were working on all of this pretty much yourselves, just kind of like producing it and recording it yourselves?
Yep.
Hell yeah. What's that process like?
A lot of DIY.
Yeah. A lot of figuring stuff out.
A lot of figuring out as you go.
A lot of arguing about how it should sound.
Yep.
Yeah.
It always sounds better after we do, though, because everybody's right, but all in our own special way.
Oh, I mean, when you're starting out a recording, I think a lot of times it's easy to just kind of overthink things. Mm-hmm. But when you've got 5 guys around you and you've got the time to kind of be like, you know what, I don't think that sounds, the best that it can. Yeah. At least you've got that luxury. And doing the DIY, you learn so much about your sound,
Absolutely.
man.
It gets better every time, too.
It really does.
You learn every time, the process just kind
of...
What's the word I'm looking for? Evolves.
Yeah.
Evolution.
Yeah.
He got it.
Hell yeah.
Made it there
So what's the first single you guys are dropping off of this?
Well, so the first single we did drop off
Drag?
was Running,
actually.
which was
We didn't play that today.
a whole while ago.
Yeah.
But then
Most
we dropped,
recent one is Drag.
and then we're looking to drop one on Valentine's Day.
Nice. Oh yeah.
Not too much longer.
And so when you guys are practicing recording anything like that, do you guys try to keep it really casual, or do you hunker down, try to this is all business?
Well, it should become more business-like. We'd
Probably
probably get more
than
done.
casual.
We would like for it to be more business-sided.
Good amount of yelling.
Yeah, just a small amount. Just a small amount.
So who's doing the majority of the yelling?
Oh yeah.
I will gladly take
Back here.
I feel like I got to be the father of this band.
Well, somebody has to wear the pants, right?
It's unfortunate, but it's the title that has been thrown upon me, apparently.
Hey,
Man, put that beer down. We got to do something serious.
That's
right
Sounds
on.
about right.
So, you guys planning on working on any music videos for any of these tracks?
Maybe eventually.
We've thought about it.
That's kind of like something we might do, maybe a little bit more in the future.
Once we're not poor.
Drag a little bit, but it's not ready to release. It's getting there. I mean, I've just been collecting footage and kind of splicing.
More of like a live video.
Yeah.
Whiskey would be cool.
Whiskey would be cool.
Yeah.
And you've been taking over a lot of the social media stuff, giving it a big voice to that.
Oh
yeah.
James has been absolutely killing it.
I kind of have fun doing it, though, to be honest.
Hey, just like you got to have somebody be the dad, you got to have somebody do the social media, you got to do somebody be on top of the song structure and the writing and everything. And James is like, yeah, that's me. So, I mean, everybody's got a role to play in a band. So it's great to see that you guys are putting on those hats and, finding your spaces.
Absolutely.
Anything else you're really excited about for 2025?
Bringing this turd into the van. This is Mr. Boots right here.
We found him on the side of the road.
And like a good pair of boots.
Figured we'd give him a home.
Yeah.
He looked a little lonely.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Hell yeah. So what's it like adding another element? Because obviously you've been playing the guitar, holding it, propping it up.
Yeah.
It's nice to give you a little bit of breathing room.
Yes, very much so. Now, as being the only guitarist in the band for, the first year and a half, 2 years that we were a band, there's a lot of weight that I have to carry as far as
tonality, man.
Tonality and stuff. Yeah, no, because I'm you got bass and drums holding the song together, but then I'm on top of that, and if it's all just me,
sometimes when you lose the chords to go into a solo, it kind of you lose a little bit of texture. So being able to bring in another guitarist influenced your songwriting at all, James?
Very much so. Yes. Yeah. No. We've already got the songs laid out for this first album we're putting out this year, but since we've brought him into the band, I'd say probably about 5-6 songs we've written with him, and it's definitely going to be a little bit of a change of pace. But we're all for it, and we're excited for it.
Absolutely.
Fills out the sound.
That's a good way to put it. Yeah.
So when you guys get together, do you guys have do you challenge you to be like, all right, we're gonna get at least one song written, whether it's a song for the album, it's something that we're gonna play with.
Yeah, that's sort of my job to be the asshole in the group. And
It's very helpful though. I've learned to appreciate it, even if it pisses me off sometimes. Sometimes I need to be pissed
No,
off.
like we were recording Whiskey the other day, and I was like, all right, we need to get this done like today, or else we are not hitting that deadline.
It's just, you gotta have a schedule.
You gotta make things stressful.
Yeah, sometimes.
Unfortunately, that's just the way the business is, and it holds you accountable. When you got a deadline like that, it's easy to procrastinate and be like, oh, we got plenty of time. But you learn over time, build that schedule, and things just work so much easier. Nobody ends up at each other's throats as much.
Not as much.
It brings us closer, man.
Absolutely.
That's the way it goes.
It's like you finally get that product, like, damn, this sounds good. We really did good.
It's worth it in the long run.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing good ever comes easy. So, sometimes you got to argue with your buddies and, say your apologies later. But then when you get back to listen to it, be like, yeah, you know what? We did something pretty cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
Exactly.
Something to be proud of when you get to the end of it.
Yeah.
Damn, we did that together.
Anything else you guys are super stoked on for 2025?
Just starting to play some bigger gigs, just that sort of thing, kind of getting the name out there more. We're finally, after 2 years, starting to experience what I would call some pretty significant growth as a band, and just maybe popularity is not the best word, but I feel like more people are starting to remember who we are.
Absolutely.
And, just to continue that hype machine is just something that I feel like collectively we are all excited to continue.
For sure, man. The personality behind the band is a lot of fun. Like, the band personality is a lot of fun. Peace, love, rock and roll. That's
it.
That's
it.
That's the way to do it.
That's a killer vibe to have right now. I think a lot of people are, looking for that kind of musical escapism, and I think you guys provide that well. I actually wanted to ask you about the songwriting, particularly Giselle, Sweet Giselle.
Yeah.
Is that the one that's kind of got the 50s kind of?
Yes, it does. It does.
So that's not really like a modern sound, but you really put a very modern spin on it. Is that something that you kind of challenge yourself to do?
I would say a little bit with that one. That's a song where originally, whenever I had just kind of sat down with my acoustic guitar and just kind of started picking it out and sort of getting a melody together, it was much kind of like slower and more. It still is a ballad now, but it was more so like a.
It sounded more like country. And stuff.
It was it had a little bit more of a country feel to it, and then whenever we started jamming it with the full band, it started getting more of that like doo-wop kind of swing.
I started bringing in the surfer.
Yeah.
There, and then Joe spent we just kind of
spent a whole rehearsal really working on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had been. I remember either the day before or 2 days before that song was brought to the table, I had went and saw a folk band play, and I was really digging what their mandolin player was doing and just like how he would just his phrasing and stuff, and I tried to replicate some of that on the guitar, and I'd been working on that, and then Lige brought the song in, and I was like, ooh, let me try and throw some of this on there. And that's where
Joey spent
that
a half hour just getting that one riff figured out.
Yeah, and so that riff that I play throughout the song, that's as funny as it is based on mandolin playing.
Hey, pulling those disparate influences and putting them all together, that's part of a maturing band, man. I was going to compliment you guys just how bringing a song like that just represents how far you've come even just the last time I've seen you in songwriting maturity. So
I think so, and thank you for that.
Yeah,
absolutely. And putting, drawing those disparate influences and putting it together it takes a certain ear, and just to see you guys, doing that it's encouraging. It's really encouraging, and I'm excited to see what you guys are doing with this new album.
Yeah, we're
absolutely.
excited.
Absolutely.
Hell yeah. So when can people expect to hear the full album? Get it in their hands?
I'd
stream it?
say
Don't want to give out any
we're
specific
not trying
dates
to put
like-
on any deadlines that big.
let's give a early fall.
Early fall.
Early fall, late summer.
Hell yeah, that's pretty good.
Absolutely.
Right on. Anything else you guys want to plug? Shout outs, anything like that?
If we can do this, anybody can.
I mean, it just takes dedication. Give up on it. It just gets better.
Yeah, follow your dreams, kids.
Pretty much.
You might be like us one day.
Get a job. Get a real job, son.
Absolutely. Well, guys, thanks so much for coming in and hanging out with us.
Thank
Killer
you.
session today.
Right on.
Don't forget to follow them on all the social medias at LoveShyne.
Yes.
At LoveShyne official.
Yeah, it's just at LoveShyne, I think. Something like that, you know, just
LoveShyne with a Y.
Yeah, LoveShyne with a Y. That's it.
All right, follow them on all the socials. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment down below. That way you don't miss the next ProMotion live session. Thanks again, boys.
Rock on.
Rock and roll.